And I'm going to start with the man at the outer, Jim Gordon. Ben, things were left with a bit of clarity for Jim at the end of last season, and he set out to find his one true love.
Yes.
So where do we see him when we pick up?
Well, love affairs in Gotham don't go so well. He did his best, but unfortunately things didn't work out. So we're 6 months in the future, and the monsters that have been unleashed on Gotham at the end of season 2 are turning the city into utter total anarchy. And Jim Gordon is a bounty hunter, taking out the monsters and getting paid. So it's a really dynamic beginning of season 3.
So is it safe to say he is not immediately reunited with Lee?
That's all he wanted to know.
I made it all about myself.
I saw
really
that.
About you. Their road will be long and winding. Yeah.
Well, Marina, what can you say about what Lee has been up to? Because it's been a while since we've seen her.
Not really what she's been up to, it's who she's been up to. Lee, went through tough times. I think she was hoping Jim would come find her and rescue her and all that good stuff. But, the losing of their baby and the way he went to jail and everything. So she's had to piece herself back together. The way we start the season is with Lee, not with Jim, and perhaps with a new love interest. What?
This is the first time hearing about this, folks. This is very upsetting.
Well, we hope that will bring her back to Gotham nonetheless, because it's Gotham City. It's where she belongs. It's where all of us belong. There is an elephant in the room, and there are 2 Bruce Waynes. So, for Danny, Steven, and for David, what's the deal? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, can't say much, can I? The thing that I really wanted to make clear going into season 3 was that they're 2 different people, but for some reason they look exactly the same, have the same kind of mannerisms, and are basically almost the same person, but they're not. I'm not making any sense. I really don't know how much I'm allowed to say. What I will say is that it's been a blast to play 2 completely different people in the same workday in the same couple hours. It's been confusing on set, as Sean testified to. But it's been so much fun, and as an actor, it's the opportunity of a lifetime. In terms of course, giving away stuff, you guys should take that.
But we moved from the premise that you can't have too many Bruce Waynes, so we built another one, and that David doesn't work hard enough, so we make him work twice as hard now, which helps. And when the character comes into the world, our point of view on the new Bruce Wayne you'll see is that he comes in perhaps not knowing what he's there for, but he was created for a reason, and he has a mission which becomes clear to him over the course of the season, and he's going to have a huge impact both on Bruce's life and on Selina's life as well as it goes forward.
Well, and David, for you, how are you?
David does work hard, by the way. So.
How are you enjoying rockstar hair?
It's a wig, and I hate wearing that wig. They put about 50 to 100 pin curls in my hair, and it hurts by the end of the day, but it's okay.
I'm sorry, complain about that less, because eventually pin curls won't be an issue.
Well, Sean and Chris, clearly Alfred and Lucius are the 2, I feel like they're the only 2 adults that seem to 100% care about Bruce Wayne's best interest at this point. So, with any sort of danger this poses to Bruce, how are they dealing with that, and especially as he continues training to become the man we all know he's going to become?
Well, with severe sort of trepidation, really. He doesn't have to, Alfred doesn't really trust or like anyone in particular. And so it's very apart from you, of course, I have to say.
Calm down.
There's only actually 3 of us in sort of Operation Good Guys. There's only 3 people in Gotham seem to be good, really. So it's going to be interesting to see how they deal with the doppelganger effect.
Yeah, I always think of myself and Alfred as the left brain and right brain of
Bruce, because we both deal with things in completely different ways, and he just gets to pick and choose between the two of us.
Don't you?
Well, Cameron, if there is anyone besides Bruce that is Selena's best friend, it is Ivy. And as we know, there's a new version of Ivy coming to the show this season.
Yeah.
How is their friendship holding up?
Wait, at the moment or when the new?
Well, when we get to the new Ivy.
She feels bad we told her she couldn't say.
They, yeah, I don't think they like each other, I guess. I don't know how to talk about it without specifically saying what happens, because, and quite frankly, I don't know what exactly happens. It's definitely, what I do know is that the roles will change from Ivy's perspective, because, you know, Selena, it's not that she looked down on Ivy, it's just that, you know, Selena's older than her, so she automatically feels this older sister connection to Ivy, so she's called her kid, she tells her what to do, basically. So when the new Ivy arrives, she's older than Selena, and I don't think that's gonna go very well for Selena, so I'm just gonna keep it at that, because I don't know what else I can say, so.
Well, I think that's a fair answer. Robin and Corey.
Yes.
We all love. I think it's fair to say we all love scenes with Oswald and Ed, correct? So how are we going to see this BFF ship that we all love so much grow?
Well, like Ben had mentioned, we do a little jump here. We're 6 months into the future, and I'm still chilling in Arkham, receiving gifts from this one.
Take care of my
But why, we don't know. So, you know, the first thing that has to happen is there has to be a reckoning here, because the last time we saw each other, I dismissed Oswald from my apartment, tarred and feathered. Poor man.
He deserved it.
So, you know, in Oswald's style, you know, will he seek retribution, or will he kind of become, you know, be willing to be friends again? Oswald?
Well, so in light of what happened to Penguin last year, losing both of his parents and basically being cast out by everyone that he trusted up until that point, you know, there is a big, you know, hole in his life now. Like, he needs people to trust. Like, he, you know, like his relationship with Jim is strained at the moment, and he knows that to be powerful, he needs.
Strained, put it mildly, yeah.
Yeah, and so he needs allies, he needs people on his side, and I think, yeah, the connection he has with Nigma just falls right into that.
Yeah, so his heart is open and he's ready for...
He's ready for love.
We're going to jump into fan questions here in a second. So